This is a human cannon that my friends and I built, and I'm about to attempt the human cannonball stunt at our local carnival parade. Here's why. I've seen videos of this stunt before, and I thought to myself, isn't this the coolest thing ever?
It'd be fun to see this act as a kid.
And yeah, you're right, it also looks insanely dangerous. But because we love stunts, this felt like the perfect challenge for us. So we came up with a plan. We had to make this stunt so safe that we'd be confident enough to perform it in front of thousands of people and land perfectly every time. This means tons of testing, calculations and fine-tuning.
I think that's it, yeah. The settings we want to go in the city with.
But we'll get to that later. Right now I'm climbing into a human cannon, ready to take 3 geoforce, fly 14 meters through the air over solid ground and land on a tiny mat.
The road is not straight, which worried me.
Do you feel we've done enough testing to have this under control?
We've done enough testing, yeah.
Super excited. I think the people that come by and see it are like, what the hell is this? And I want to see this in action.
We are ready to put this show on the road.
If this works, we definitely have to try it while moving.
We're about to do the first shot. Everything is getting ready into place and we're gonna see how it goes down.
Okay, skupaj števamo!
5, 4, 3, 2,
The show worked out great, we hit the target every single time and people loved it. A lot of them asked us how we knew we're gonna hit it for sure. Now we're gonna show you. Not only that, but we'll also take it to the next level.
We can put this on the road. We can go while driving.
But before we jump into action, let's break it down how we managed to ensure that this seemingly sketchy stunt is as safe as possible.
First of all, we'll launch our tire on the airbag, then we'll switch to Jani. When we see that Jani lands consistently on the same spot, we're gonna switch to the mats on the trolley.
My stunt double is in its place. I guess I'm not famous enough to get a real stunt double, so I have to satisfy with a muddy tire. It's time for first dummy test.
So far we familiarized ourselves with the cannon enough to be able to predict its performance pretty accurately.
Right. Tire is heavier than me, so with these calculations I'm supposed to land in the middle.
Let me clarify this. I weigh just slightly less than a tire, which means I fly slightly further. That's why we aim to undershoot the tire just a bit, so I will be exactly on point.
I'm ready for first human test, and that's scary, but that's life.
It's Jani's first try. He should land directly in the middle.
If this try is accurate, we can safely move to jumping onto mats. And of course, I was right on point.
Yeah! Bullseye!
How do you feel about landing just like this?
I'm just thinking if we should go a little bit further.
We increase the distance for 5 feet, 1.5 meters.
All flight's trajectories are predicted using a spreadsheet full of calculations that Gap made, and it's proven to work. Because Gap studied physics and he's really good at it, I trust him fully.
Second try, my smile is a little bit more relaxed. That I know what's going on. We're ready.
All right, let's go.
No time to waste.
Good luck, Jani. It's his time. Go, Jani, go.
And I was right in the center again.
I don't know, I was expecting to go a little bit less.
Which could only mean one thing.
Now I think it's time to switch it up to mats.
I guess Jani feels confident to go directly to the mats. I can say it's a pretty decent distance. It's not gonna be easy.
In the meantime, Shola was already preparing the landing, which seems small, but let me tell you why it is that way.
The art of what makes the stunt looks cool is the ratio between sketchiness and safety. We wanna always find the fine line, because for a stunt it still has to look sketchy, but at the same time safe.
Exactly what Jani just explained. That's what we want.
Yeah, but
Sketchy but safe.
I had full trust that Shola will prepare a landing that will be safe and soft enough for me to repeatedly hit it throughout the practice and the carnival.
well, it looks like we're just carrying a pile of trash.
But despite the thrust, I couldn't help my nervousness as the landing was much smaller and harder now. And what didn't help with adding to my nervousness was encountering the first major setback as soon as we got into position. While the boys are turning around the trailer, let me explain why we built such a landing. With airbag testing, we learned that we have a very small variability, meaning we can afford a very small landing. But you know us, as we're really responsible, we've decided to have a bit extra room for error. And for thickness, we've tested it out on one of our previous projects when we jumped from the top of our office building.
They freaking do all the engineering, like really hard math, and they cannot even tow a trailer. Jani, are you worried?
A little bit, yeah. With a little bit more time, they can manage and like learn how to do it in the first. It looks much more scarier landing it like this.
I mean, it's pretty distant.
Because it looks extra sketchy, we're gonna do another tire test just in case. Look at the landing spot. I can't get over the landing.
Yeah, the landing was indeed small for such a distance, and we're only gonna know if it's safe once we do a test with a dummy. We expected the tire to be accurate, but it still made me feel much more at ease.
Directly on the spot. That was accurate. In high school, I would never thought I'm gonna like math as much as I do now. I basically put my life on the math.
It was very smooth, like a baby cursing. You know, it's kind of cute.
For me, it looks like a super hillbilly thing. It's not kind of cute. It's just ratchet.
This is the first time I'm gonna launch myself into a pile of mats. Yeah, it looks safe. And yeah, I'm gonna do it. If the calculations are right, I'm gonna land in the completely middle spot. The biggest mystery I'm worried about is how it's gonna feel to land on these pile of mats.
And the only way to learn that is to try it myself. And yeah, you see it right. Gap put so much trust into his calculations that he decided to lay on the mats while me landing about a foot away from him.
Just landed right next to Gap.
Moments there in the air where there's slight panic coming in and out. That shit was scary.
So, I did bunch more jumps and soon we felt we were ready.
Now it's time to get this thing moving. Tractor guy just came and we're gonna put this show on the road. I can imagine that it's gonna be quite scary before the takeoff. But yeah, I'm kind of confident that we're gonna pull this off perfectly.
When you're gonna be moving relative to the ground, you're gonna be like in the same spot.
Next up is we need to figure out if this thing is stable while driving. And then yeah, we're gonna shoot some tire tests. And after that, it's my turn.
First, we need to figure out how to steer.
Maybe it can be like here and like Mario Kart, you know? Yeah, actually it's not a bad idea.
So Shole built an improvised steering pedals and they actually seem to work.
That's actually the steering wheel. So with the slides, it's actually like on a bobsled. So that's the steering mechanism for Jani to land safely.
The steering part is the issue. I hope the road is not too curvy. I mean, it looks straight, but like that there's no angles sideways. We're gonna have to decide before the jump if we are aligned with the wagon or not.
We're gonna start with the weight, with the dummy test, and we're gonna go 15 kilometers per hour, and then if everything is okay, Jani, you go, and then we gradually go higher speeds.
The first test is gonna go down, and in theory it's supposed to go flawless because it's basically the same as all the tests before. But at this point, usually problems that we don't expect to happen start to occur.
Ready?
Yeah.
Shole, ready?
We could see Shole struggling while running, but he somehow managed to keep up. Well, almost.
Well, that wasn't good. That was aborted test.
We have a problem with the dump-headed trailer, which just don't want to go straight.
We figured Shole won't be able to run, especially not at 30 kilometers per hour. So we decided to try with him sitting down and see if it works any better. Yeah! The spirit definitely went up.
So everybody's gonna be on the trailer and all together started moving. Let's see how it goes down. Yeah! It stayed on. Nice.
It was bullseye. Definitely in the middle.
When the tire test goes well, you know who's next in line.
Everything is like on the trailer, everything moves, everything shakes. There are always second thoughts, I'm trying to ignore them. If I would think of every second thought I have, I would be now in bed, lying and not doing this. I think the steering is relatively under control. Shole is like the Dune character. Like riding riding a sandworm. Yeah. I think it's my time. Yeah, the tire was there where we wanted it to be.
The landing was good. Shole ensured me he has the steering under control, but the one calling the shots is Gap, who gives green light only when we are 100% in line. Despite the nervousness, I felt confident that I'm good to go.